Hey guys, so there's something new happening in this whole area around me. And I got new hair. How could you not notice? You're such a bad boyfriend. I updated my filming setup and it is currently 2:30 in the morning. I have the receipts. I haven't made a video in like over a week's time and things have gotten busy for me again with school and stuff, but I really just miss it. I wanted to sit down and film something for you. So here we are. And I recently did my hair like 2 days ago. I did the sides blonde. It used to be brown. If you've been paying attention at all in this relationship, you would know that. I haven't toned it yet. It's still like very yellowy blonde, which I kind of like. Although I keep passing mirrors in certain lighting situations and I'm just like, oh god, when did I go fluorescent yellow? But yeah, I'm gonna tone that up for you and show you how I've been toning my hair. If you've seen the collection of hair videos I've made to date, you're probably like, why would I want to take your advice? This is going to be one part comedy, one part tutorial. You choose which part you want to follow in your own life. Okay, so I'm starting off with a bowl. I don't know why I chose a white bowl. This was not very good planning on my part, but I have a bowl with a decent amount of conditioner in it. Just like a cheap conditioner. Don't waste your expensive stuff on this process. And I'm also using Punky Color Violet, so, you know, knock off cheap Manic Panic. And the idea behind this is that the purple will cancel out the yellow tones in your hair because they lie opposite on the color wheel, so they neutralize each other. So I'm adding just the smallest amount of purple dye into my conditioner. It's way less than you think you need. Start off small. You definitely do not want a head of lavender hair. I've done it many times. As you can see, like straight out of the jar, it is super intense purple. We definitely do not want that. What I do is I take the end of my applicator brush and just dip it in and get the smallest amount of dye, because it really does not take much to get the really light lavender color that we're going to need to tone our hair, and mix that in and see what color you end up with. And you want to mix it up really well. You don't want to end up risking getting like a streak of purple by mistake anywheres. It has happened to me before when I have my longer hair and I literally just cut it out. I just snipped that right off. This is the color that I am working with. I don't know if you can see that. And then I just like to wipe off the tip because I will use that to kind of section my hair as I put product in, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I have learned to do a strand test in my hair. Do test if it's too purple. So I like to put it kind of far back and in the middle. And this way, if my formula ended up too purple, then it's not really going to show up in my finished hair product. No one's going to notice this one strand if it's too purp. So it's a good way just to test it out and see what you're working with. I think I'm happy with that. It's a good starting point. So I kind of take it with my brush and apply a little bit and then massage it through with my hands. And that way you don't end up applying too much of the toner into one section of hair. Because something you have to realize is that the conditioner, this is like not really science, but one thing that I realized is that the conditioner doesn't really like make the color pastel per se. It just like disperses the dye particles into like a base, so that you're not going to apply too much purple particles at once, but they're still in there. So if you apply a whole bunch of conditioner on one piece of hair, it will get more purple than the other pieces. So you want to keep it even and not apply too much. So rather than trying to saturate everything with my brush, I just kind of apply a bit and then massage it through and, you know, go back in. And this purple is a direct dye, which means you can see the color purple it's going to be. So when you mix it in your hair, if you can see like vibrant purple tones, that's what color your hair is going to end up. Like watch my accidentally dyeing my hair blue video, you can tell the hair is going to turn out blue. Like it'll look blue if it's going to turn out blue. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, I wanted to get some new lights. I was using umbrella lights before, which were just like 2 light stands, and they only, like each light stand only had like 1 socket to put a bulb in. And so in order to get like enough light out of those, I had to use incandescent bulbs, like 500-watt incandescent bulbs, because there was no like fluorescent bulbs in my budget that would like give off enough light to only use 2 bulbs of any kind. And so the incandescent bulbs would give off a ton of heat. Like I was always sweating whenever I was filming, and I could never wear anything more than like a t-shirt or a tank top because it would just be like too heavy and it would be too hot. So I bought 2 soft boxes, and each one takes 4 fluorescent bulbs. So they don't give off any heat and they give off like the same amount of brightness. and they give off really diffuse light, so it doesn't cause like show any shadows on my face, so I look pretty on camera even if I'm like ratchet and it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, like it is right meow. And I also bought a new microphone audio setup, but because Atlantic Canada has had like 3 blizzards in the past week, that package has not come yet. When you put it in your hair, you can see where the purple's clinging and what it's covering and what yellow is kind of getting neutralized. And if you're seeing yellow through it, you can try to dab a little bit more on those strands. Just be careful you don't oversaturate like all of your hair. Okay, so the top of my hair is pretty much done. Like I said, I'm going to go over some yellow pieces that are still like yellowish, but I'm going to do my undercut, like the sides and back, off camera, only because I know I'm going to have to hold like a handheld mirror to get like the angles to see what I'm doing. So I won't show you that unfortunately, but I'll pop back on once I have it all in, okay? Okay. There is still some yellow tones peeking out throughout, and I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it because I don't want to risk putting too strong of a purple down anywhere. But basically what's happened is that my bleach job has been really uneven, and there's some just there's some less blonde tones in my hair, we'll put it that way. I'm going to leave this in my hair for not too much longer because it's been sitting in for a while already. I don't really have a whole lot of tips for doing like undercuts, given that this is the first time I am toning my own undercut, but I definitely did massage it in very well because I think undercuts can be a little bit deceiving if you just paint it straight down, then you're missing some of the hairs underneath. So I kind of painted up and down, up and down, up and down, and then massaged it in to try and get it even. Okay, so I went ahead and rinsed out all of that toner, conditioner concoction. I only left it in for like 10 minutes after the last clip, and then I went and washed it right away. Like I said, you can probably leave it in, like I know people leave this in for like an hour or 2 and don't have any problems, but it was my first time doing like the undercut, like the fade and sides and back and stuff, and I didn't really want to risk totally botching it up and having purple hair, so I played it just a touch safe, and I actually ended up with, I think, a really nice like silvery color. It definitely did not go too far into the purple realm. It's definitely a nice like soft silvery color. I think it turned out just like what I wanted. The sides and the back still a bit even. There's still some root issues in the back that are a bit yellow, as you'll see on the close-up. Like I said, probably not a whole lot to do with the purple because I think I put the purple on pretty even. I think it has more to do just with the underlying bleach job that's like pretty shoddy work on my part. Sorry I wasn't too energetic, but it's literally like 3:30 in the morning right now and I'm kind of like done. And like I said, I will be improving the audio probably by the next video, so look forward to that. If you do like my new filming setup and my new hair or my new hair, give this video a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. The likes on my latest videos have been a little bit dismal. I'm getting a little bit disheartened by it. That's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.